So I moved to Los Angeles in the fall of 1988 and was really surprised by all the earthquakes that would shake through. I was on the second floor of Weber Hall. It's a dormitory at UCLA, and the earthquake would come through and I'd get like all rattled and I'd get running into the hall. So reflecting on that, I still live in Los Angeles now and had a lot of moderate-sized earthquakes kind of roll through and the ground's moving under your feet for sometimes 10, 15, 20 seconds. It's like, whew, there's an aftershock. So it just made me think about earthquakes in life, both the real ones and metaphorical ones. So I know when I had a relationship end, like when girlfriends told me that she's breaking up with me, or something else that I thought I could rely on, a job ending, a friendship ending. There's not as much money in my bank account as I expected. It's like an earthquake because the ground is not there under my feet as I expected it was. So if you're walking downstairs or something and you put your foot there where you expect the stair to be and it's not there, it's like you find yourself falling through space. It's like an earthquake rolling through your life. So I think the more flexible you are, the better you can adjust to these shocks and earthquakes of life. On the other hand, the more stiff you are, the more difficulty you're going to have adjusting. So if there literally was an earthquake right now as I'm recording this video, then my natural tendency, the natural tendency of everybody, would be to make myself smaller and tighter, kind of go into fight or flight, which would look a little bit like this. Like the head kind of retracts back into the torso, the neck compresses, the head juts forward and rolls back, and the shoulders hunch, the torso gets tighter and smaller. And this is a good position to fight out of, or to flee from, or to just deal with things falling on top of you. And so the fight or flight reflex has its advantages, but many people get stuck in some version of fight or flight, or go into fight or flight when it does not serve them. And so with Alexander technique, you can notice your reactions to stimuli, and then you can start letting go of those responses that don't serve you. So letting go of the tendency to drop the head back into the torso, compress the neck, rotate the head back onto the spine, kind of making the spine smush and scrunch, making the torso smaller and tighter. Unless you're about to fight or things are falling on top of you, that response to stimulus does not serve you. So many people lock their knees. I notice that is very common, and that does not serve you. It does not make you more poised and flexible to deal with the earthquakes of life. So allowing the neck to be free, that's probably the most important thing. It's simply a matter of noticing when you're tightening or compressing it. And that's kind of the foundation for poised and elegant use of yourself, because when the neck's free and the head's releasing away from your torso, your back is lengthening to widen, then you're able to perform optimally, you're able to speak optimally, you're going to be much more tranquil in your emotions, you're able to make better decisions. Because when you're making decisions out of fear or rage or contempt or any of these strong negative emotions, you're usually not going to make good decisions. But when you can make your decisions out of a tranquil place, a place where you're moving elegantly and well, then you're more likely to make good decisions, and you're more likely to survive an earthquake.